method, and it goes way back to like the ancient times, bro. If you've ever seen like a snake charmer, like an Indian snake charmer playing a little flute, and the snake's watching them. If you ever know, those did exist, but the snake wasn't actually dancing to the music. Right. The motion
of the thing was whatever they were using.
And a lot of times they would have something else that they were moving that the snake was following. And but the crowds would pay money to these people because they called them snake charmers. All it really was someone who had a knowledge of snake tendencies.
Right. So it's almost a little bit of smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors, exactly. So snake charmers have existed from way back before civilization and TV is concerned. And then if you look at, if you look back at World War II, Hitler used media and propaganda in order to influence the mass of Germans. It wasn't like everyone was born to hate Jews and wanted to make Holocausts and concentration camps. Right. They had to get that from somewhere. Yeah. So Hitler used a lot of propaganda back in those times to feed that train. Yeah. And then during the Revolutionary War, even in America, we used propaganda to fuel hatred towards the Europeans that were oppressing at that time in French. Right. So whenever any country has a problem and they want to unite the people, they use the media basically as a weapon to unite.
Right. And it's been happening forever.
It's been happening forever. Matter of fact, the fucking Hunger Games use propos to get their message across. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we have to model our society after Hunger Games. If we haven't learned anything else, we make sure Hunger Games is where we base our fucking principles. Nah, real shit though. But another tool that's used with the propaganda is distraction. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when the powers that be are making moves that people may not like, they'll sometimes distract us with something else. It's a strategy that's actually used and discussed and implemented.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So it makes media become a weapon. It almost weaponizes media because we as the people, including me and you and our listeners, we're only as smart as the news that we ingest. Because we don't know shit, bro. You're not driving up to the Capitol and sitting into these public hearings and fucking reading every law and... There's people that get paid money to do all this stuff, and they don't know everything. Right. So it's like there's not enough time. There's too much red tape. It's not set up for you to even be truly knowledgeable. Right. So you're a slave to the media that you ingest. Mm-hmm. So because of that, if you learn to control the media, you can weaponize media. And we're seeing it in front of our eyes that things are happening in front of us that we may not necessarily want to ingest, we may not like, we may not agree with. But before we even get a chance to object to it, we get smashed in the face with something else to make us laugh or to make us say, well, what the fuck?
Take your mind off of it. I mean, it's like when you got to pee and you got to think about, a dry place or something like that. And then all of a sudden that feeling goes away or whatever. It's just tricking your mind, and they know that works. Yeah, you absolutely hit the nail on the head with that one.
So a lot of people, just... keep your mind open to what you ingest. Try your best to, my opinion would be to try your best to ingest as many different media sources as possible, because it's somewhere in the middle. Gaslighting happens on both sides of the fence. There's no innocent party.
Yeah, don't just listen to one fucking news station. Don't just listen to one. Because, I mean, there's a lot of fucking people just listen to one fucking talk show or one news station, and they feel like that is actually what the deal is. You got to listen to all of them, and if you listen to all of them, you'll start to see all of them are lying, one way or the other.
Right. The story's actually somewhere in the truth somewhere in between.
But you're not going to be able to find that in between if you're not listening to the liars on the right side and the liars on the left side. You got to listen to both lies so that you can get to that middle point, right?
And please listen to the words that I use because they were strategic. You become a slave to the media that you ingest. You literally, if you are someone who just ingests one form of media all the time, whatever that person says, you will then believe. And that's a dangerous way for you to live. Who wants to live like that? Who wants to be a slave to anything? Right. We should all be free. Our minds should be free. So, Child's Talk today, don't be slaves to the fucking media that you ingest. Open your mind, broaden your horizons. The truth is somewhere in between the lines, man.
No doubt.
Stop firing at motherfucking people because you heard your favorite talk show host say something. Don't kill nobody for that.
Be free. Be free.
Be free and fly away and light up some motherfucking 420. Because it's time for the strain review.
Here we go.
Let's get it.
I'm I'm excited.
I am too, because this week I have a very fine, fluffity strain of White Russian from the good folks at the Runts Grow Facility. Please take a whiff of that. Lucho Speax. While Lucho Speax is taking a whiff of that, it's very gorgeous. It's beautiful.
That smells fucking dope.
It smells great. It's light. It's a light green,
airy, and it looks like so fluffy and beautiful.
It looks like you can go to sleep on it, but
it's like a pillow. Yeah, no shit.
It does. It very much. It looks very appetizing when you see it in one of those like clear bags.
You remember the White Russians at the bar?
I do remember the White Russians at the bar. Yeah, I know. Those would get the ladies fucked up.
Man, they used to get bent back in the day, right?
Fuck around with them White Russians. These days, I don't like to do dairy in my liquor. Whenever possible, I try to stay away from those dairy drinks. But sometimes I did try this Reese's Cup drink earlier this year that I liked a lot too. It was interesting. I
like Reese's Pieces, Reese's Cups, but I don't know my drink.
Like, it's one of those, it's like a novelty. You know what I'm saying? It's
try it and that's it.
That's it. Like on Halloween, let's do a Reese's shot.
Right. So what did you think, though?
It tasted like fucking liquor Reese's.
Yeah, okay.
And it was too strong. It was too
sugary as a motherfucker. Yeah.
You know how it is when you got sweet-ass liquor, bro. Anyway, I digress. I'm grinding up some of this beautiful White Russian right now, and I did clean my bowl, so I'm getting to taste it nice and flavory.
Did you ever buy any of that, that damn, what is it called? That Grunge Off?
No, it's funny, because it's funny you mentioned that, because I went back and listened to that episode. I was listening to it this week, and I never got Grunge Off, because I started using 91% alcohol.
Oh, and that
was
works.
Getting it done. That was getting it done, but who knows? I have a rotation system. You know how like the barbershop, you ever been to the barbershop and saying they keep the combs in the thing?
Yep.
I kind of have that kind of situation with my glass at home.
So you're constantly
rotating them out. Yeah. Right. So this one's, I got like 3 that are just
heavy,
like this.
Heavy rotation.
Yeah, you know, but we want to keep it clean. You know?
You remember, the source is still out, right?
The magazine? Bruh.
They used to be my shit back in the day.
Source used to be the shit. Yeah, the source got, because they still did Double XL does the freshman magazine. Who does
Double XL.
Yeah. So the source, I don't know, bro. That's some throwback shit.
Yeah. But they used to have the heavy rotation list, young.
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
Dog, anything that was on that Jont, I went and bought. Because everything that was on heavy rotation was like that.
Facts. Yo, some of them dudes that used to play ball, anything that was on East Bay, they always went and bought. You know what I'm saying? It's like you might see something and you just go buy that shit. So if you see some White Russian around, go get some of that shit. Let me know what you think. It's got a really light scent. And I'm going to get right into it. It's a slow hit. It doesn't like overpower you at all.
Okay.
It really takes its time and accelerates gradually like a Mercedes-Benz.
Nice.
So yeah, it's really nice. I like it. When you asked me earlier if it was sativa or indica dominant, I told you it's in the middle, but I think it leans more towards sativa because I can really feel it in my head. You know, like it takes a little while, but I can really feel it in my head. So I enjoy it. And White Rush, Runts always seems to have this unique flavor to it. Like,
okay,
whenever I get something if it doesn't have that flavor to it, I question whether it's Runts.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
so they have their own. I mean, not their own, but it just feels like whatever they have has that unique flavor to it. And it might be the way what they're growing it in the soil. Who knows?
Right, who knows? I don't know. And I'd actually be more interested in knowing that because I've tasted very different strains and they look different and they've had different consistencies, different properties, but it always has that hint of the Runts, whatever Runts is.
Have you ever had that?
It's pretty cool.
And you know what? I was probably misinformed because I heard about this a long time ago. But isn't there a type of weed you can grow underwater?
Oh, hydroponic.
Oh, that's the hydroponics. So then that is that okay? Because I heard you say that
everything pretty much is being grown hydroponic right now.
For real?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. So okay, I thought that was only like a certain type of thing, and then when you had said that earlier, it fucked me up because I was like, they're growing that underwater, are they? But so then they are.
Yeah, so while they have water filtration systems, and the majority of the time they're growing is underwater, they eventually begin to sprout.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, dog.
Yeah,
see,
especially in Denver.
So what, they start them off underwater, and then once they mature to a certain level, they
start to move. Yeah, they move them, and they have to move them to all these different. They have to move them in different stages. I actually have some videos from this. I went on a tour.
I'll pull one. I mean, I'll pull one up. I never knew how it worked. Yeah. And you had said something earlier, and it kind of fucked me up in the head. And I was like, man, let me bring it up, man.
California's starting to do more. Is the only place where we do outdoor, but. So traditionally, like back in the day, they used to have these like hydroponic systems that people set up in these like big tubes or whatever. Yeah. It's the same thing now, but you have to allow the plant to grow up. So, like, if you see these greenhouses, most of them are essentially just hydroponic systems that are outside,
right,
and built into the ground. So, I mean, it's the same thing. But yeah, look it up. It's really
I'm gonna have to look it up and check it out.
It's very efficient, and you really have a lot more control over the properties that you're adding to it. So it's interesting. The whole culture is expanding, and you should really get into it. If you're not into it, if you're experiencing any kind of health problems, trouble sleeping, you have a really crazy appetite, you got chronic pain, depression, any of those issues you're suffering, I'm telling you, bro, marijuana could help that without destroying your liver.
Right.
Keep your liver alive. Every single pill you pop has to go through your liver, bro. And all the stuff that's not medicine is filtering through your liver. We all need our livers because happy hours are awesome. Yeah. And we need to be able to go to as many as possible.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. You got to enjoy your life a little bit, man.
Enjoy your life, man. If you got some of these chronic issues, check into marijuana because even if it doesn't necessarily help you, it's not going to harm you in the process at all.
I mean, I know people that have issues medically and especially dealing with pain. And one of the funny things that I've noticed with some of these people I know, they still look at the whole idea of using marijuana as it's a drug user.
A dopehead.
You're a dopehead. Yeah. But the thing is, so I've noticed what's been happening is that these people they don't want to purchase it and get it to smoke it.
Right.
They want to get it and then they want to turn it into an edible.
Right.
Because in their mind, and this is what's fucked up, in their mind, if they're eating it, it's not as bad as if they were smoking it. They feel like a dopehead when they're smoking
Stigma.
it. But it's been implanted in our heads that, oh, that's wrong. Fucking, smoking weed is wrong and all these things. And it's for so long it's been like that.
And it's an interesting thing, though, the way the human mind works when you see something and you just got accustomed to it being that way. And you know what? If that's what you think and if that's how you feel, you don't have to overcome that. There's so many ways for you to ingest it and so many ways for you to get it inside of your body. You can eat it in a brownie form and you can eat it in wings. You can get it it's made into sugar.
Yeah, like
butter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how you get it in you. I respect all that. But, it goes back to these huge medical companies that make all these pills.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
get into. Pills are so easy for just people to pop. And people don't feel like, I'm not an addict. I just take medicine. I'm taking pills. And at the end of the day, you got to think about this, man. If you're taking all them fucking pills and you ain't supposed to be or whatever, you still a fucking addict. You're not any better or any worse. You know what I'm saying?
You're actually worse because the things that you're ingesting are bad for you, bro. I was watching a commercial last night. Literally last night. The goddamn side effects list were longer than whatever the medicine treats.
Oh, yeah. Shit, that's on a regular with all this shit.
With them shits. And you're like, what are you putting in your body that causes all those things?
All those things happen.
You can't take any of these medicines when you're pregnant. None of these things, your child will die.
Yeah. Everything will die. Your womb will die. Everything. Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief, weed has never killed a child.
Yeah.
You will not kill your baby from weed. It's a plant.
Yeah.
It's not. Everyone, please do a little bit of homework. You can go get a seed from somewhere and grow it in your backyard with your green peppers and your fucking carrots and your fucking watermelon.
Right.
And bite it.
Yeah.
It's not going to kill your baby.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so let's all, take a second, take a deep breath, and realize these pills you're taking, these patches, these liquids, your stuff you put in your body.
All that shit is way more harmful.
Way more harmful for you. And matter of fact, weed's not bad for you.
Right.
It's not. It doesn't have calories. It doesn't kill your brain cells. It doesn't.
You can't OD off of it. I don't think.
OD off of it. You don't. It doesn't have addictive properties. Any more than if you eat McDonald's every day. Yeah. You stop eating it. You have a craving for McDonald's because your body might crave the euphoria that you feel and the ease that you get when you smoke it.
Yeah, that's the only addictive property it is. But that's anything. That's if you eat steak all the time and that's what you love. Your body gets used to that. Your mind gets used to that.
Exactly. So, I mean, I'm glad that states are moving in the right direction. There's probably a generation of minds who will never feel a certain way. That's fine. Get it a different way then. And when I was in Denver, I had this pure THC tasteless powder. and you can add it to any drink. I used to put it in my iced coffees. It made my iced coffees dreamy. I loved it. So anyway.